The day the small bird fell from the sky, the valley went strangely quiet. A white dove named Soul had always loved flying high above the fields. The wind was his closest friend. He would rise with the sunrise, feel the cool air under his wings, and look down at rivers that shone like silver threads. There he felt free, strong, and certain of who he was. One afternoon, dark clouds rolled in faster than he expected. The wind changed suddenly, turning wild and hard. Soul tried to return to his nest, but a fierce gust hit his side. His wing twisted painfully. Before he could correct himself, he dropped, spinning through the air. He crashed into the ground among stones and dry grass. Pain exploded through his body. His right wing refused to move. He tried to stand, but dizziness pulled him back down. Hours passed. The storm finished and the sky cleared, but Soul remained on the ground. For the first time in his life, he watched other birds fly above him while he could not move. Each shadow across the grass felt like a reminder of what he had lost. A kind woman who lived nearby found him and carried him gently to a small wooden box in her garden shed. She wrapped his wing, fed him, and gave him water. Her voice was soft and steady, but Soul did not feel comforted. He felt broken. Days turned into weeks. His body began to heal, but his mind filled with fear. He remembered the sudden fall, the twisting wind, the feeling of helplessness. Even when the pain faded, he kept his wings folded tightly. He told himself, "I am no longer a bird of the sky. I am a bird of the box." One morning, the woman opened the shed door and lifted him carefully. "Your wing is stronger now," she said. "You can try." She carried him to the garden where the air smelled of soil and flowers. The sky above was wide and blue. The sun warmed his feathers. Everything that once made him happy now felt like a threat. She placed him gently on the low garden wall and stepped back. Soul stared at the ground. It seemed safer than the sky. His heart beat fast. He imagined jumping, flapping, and falling again. The memory of the storm wrapped around his chest like cold wire. A small sparrow landed nearby and tilted her head. "Why do you stay still?" "My wing was broken," Soul replied quietly. "I do not trust the sky anymore." The sparrow hopped closer. "The sky did not break your wing," she said softly. "The storm did, and the storm has passed." Soul did not answer. Fear does not listen easily, even to good words. Over the next days, the woman brought him out to the garden every morning. She did not force him to fly. She simply let him feel the breeze, the warmth, and the gentle sounds of the world. The sparrow returned often, hopping in small circles around him, flapping her own wings in short, playful bursts. "Maybe you do not have to fly high today," she said. "Maybe you can just practice being a little above the ground." Soul thought about that. Being a little above the ground did not sound as frightening as going all the way back to the clouds. One quiet afternoon, he took a tiny step closer to the edge of the wall. His legs shook. His heart pounded. He opened his wings a small amount and let the air move through his feathers. He did not jump. He just stood there, breathing. The next day, he tried again. This time, he bent his legs and let himself drop from the wall to a lower stone. His wings opened automatically and slowed his fall. It was not graceful, but he did not crash. The ground met him softly. His heart raced, but a small spark lit inside. Day by day, he repeated these small jumps. From wall to stone, from stone to soil. From soil back to the wall with the woman's gentle help. Each time, the fear returned, but each time, he proved to himself that his body could move without breaking. One golden evening, the sky turned pink and orange. The air was calm. The woman opened the shed as usual, but this time she did something different. She carried Soul to a hill just outside the garden, where the valley opened wide. "You do not have to go high," she said. "You only have to decide whether you will stay on the ground forever." She set him down and stepped back. The sparrow appeared again, landing on a nearby branch. "I will not fly far," she called. "Just a little. You can stop whenever you want." Soul looked at the grass, at the woman's kind face, at the sparrow waiting. His heart still remembered the fall, but it also remembered something else now. The soft landings, the small jumps, the moments when his wings held him. He took a deep breath and opened his wings fully for the first time in many weeks. The air felt like a familiar friend touching his feathers. With one strong push from his legs, he left the ground. He did not rise to the clouds. He stayed low, circling just above the hill. The valley below moved slowly past him. The air held him, not perfectly, but enough. The sparrow flew beside him, keeping her promise. Soul realized he did not need to be the highest bird in the sky to belong there again. He just needed to trust his wings one more time. If you have been hurt by a sudden storm in your life and now fear the thing you once loved, remember, Soul, healing is built from small, honest flights, not one perfect leap. If this story gave your heart a little courage, please follow and subscribe for more gentle English stories.